The fake news trophy, though, we can't give it to Brian Stelter. We can't give it to Jim Acosta. We can't give it to Jake Tapper. We can't give it to any of those guys. The fake news trophy winner this month, it has to go to Leandra English. She is the Obama-holdover bureaucrat who is now, she is pretending to be the new director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, a particularly unaccountable government agency that shouldn't exist in the first place and was established by Senator Elizabeth Warren of the Massachusetts tribe over Mick Mulvaney, the actual director named by President Donald Trump. For comment, let's turn to Senator Warren.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
I have not. I have not, Senator Warren. I don't know why you would ask me. CFPB Director Richard Cordray, an Obama holdover, just resigned, and he appointed Leandra English, another Obama bureaucrat, as the director of the agency. So far, so good. Only trouble is he has no authority to do that. And so President Trump named Budget Director Mick Mulvaney to run the agency. Nevertheless, the Democrats, they love just playing pretend, especially in government. So the woman is just pretending to be the director of this unaccountable agency. Now, on his first day, by the way, Mulvaney brought Dunkin' Donuts to the office, so I think we know who is going to go far and win hearts and minds. But Leandra English, I'm sure, was waiting for somebody else to bring her donuts. She's entitled to them, obviously. And back to the agency. The agency shouldn't exist. The agency was proposed by Elizabeth Warren before she became a senator, 2007, 2008. It was authorized by the Dodd-Frank Permanent Financial Cronyism Act of 2010. The agency's major accomplishments in its 7 years of existence appear to have been enriching trial lawyers and abusing black employees. One unit was nicknamed the Plantation because it comprised all black employees and was subject to a special abuse, specific abuse. One employee called it a, quote, humiliating experience, said working for the CFPB is, quote, a living hell. It's apparently run by intimidation, and like a dictatorship, there are consequences for disagreeing or disobeying the king. All of their words, not mine. According to a Government Accountability Office report, 1/4, 25%, of minority employees at the CFPB reported that they have been victims of discrimination. Almost 1 in 10 employees reported that they had been retaliated against by a supervisor for calling attention to the discrimination. Now, none of this is surprising, by the way, because this is one of the major problems baked into the agency. The agency is unaccountable. It's an independent agency. Dennis Scholl, who's a former aide to Barney Frank, that's the law that created the agency, Dodd-Frank, he explained in an op-ed for the Wall Street Journal last week that the CFPB should just be shut down, which it should. The CFPB is uniquely unaccountable, he writes. It's an independent agency with a sole director. The director isn't even accountable to the congressional appropriations process. So there are some independent agencies like the Securities and Exchange Commission, the FCC, the FTC. Those are funded by Congress, but the CFPB is funded by the Federal Reserve. So that means it has precisely zero congressional oversight. Scholl assails the position of CFPB chief as, quote, a politically biased regulatory dictator and a political stepping stone for its sole director. That is true. His director is now running for governor of God knows where. As an independent agency, the CFPB is supposed to be bipartisan, but while a lot of its employees donated to Hillary Clinton in 2016, not a single one of them donated to President Trump's campaign. Now, what about the agency itself? What has it done? The CFPB has been useless and duplicative of other services, as you might expect. It took credit for other agencies' and corporations' work, like when the LA Times uncovered fraud at Wells Fargo. It illegally has regulated industries outside of its mandate. It pays significantly higher salaries than other agencies. That's how it got so bloated so quickly. It maintains a slush fund of billions of dollars because its finances lack any oversight. And its proposed rules, which luckily Congress intervened to overrule, would have devastated industries. Even the CFPB's name is propaganda. It's a protection bureau, don't you? Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Isn't that nice? Regulatory bureau, government bureau. That just doesn't have the same ring to it. Now the agency is even pretending that a left-wing stooge is its director rather than the presidentially appointed one. That's because, as President Reagan pointed out, one of the many bits of brilliance he's bestowed on us, a government bureau is the nearest thing to eternal life on Earth. Now, the CFPB is particularly egregiously unaccountable. It embodies everything that's wrong with big government bureaucrats. And so, on this is another holiday. This will be the fake news trophy day. Congratulations to the fake Consumer Financial Fake Protection Bureau interim director, fake director, Leandra English. You win this month's fake news trophy.